Mm-hmm.
And then when I hands, because
Mm-hmm.
why
Okay.
would you keep putting a woman, my daughter, up in front of her daddy, or a woman up in front of man, period, because you scared to fucking fight? Like, that's his problem. So I asked him what I had to ask him. I said what I had to say, and see all of this. Like, calm down. Like, you know, he do little bitch shit because he know certain things he only can control and certain things he can't. And you can't control my mouth. And the reason why I don't talk to you and stay on long now is because you so fucking disrespectful, dude. Like, like you don't give people chance to talk and say what they gotta say. And then when people is talking, you want to try to change and turn the subject around. Like, come on, man. You can fool some people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And I'm one of the people you can't fool. Like, for real. So that's why I went on. That's why I tried to talk to him. And as y'all can see, he did what he did the first time. The first time I ever went on. He
Mm-hmm.
popping off at the mouth, talking about how gangster he is and all this. But come on, I want to ask him what prison you went to, because I can't find you nowhere in the system. You say you went to prison with DMX and the local a lot or whatever he said, the other famous boys. And DMX went to prison in Arizona. When was you in Arizona to go to prison with DMX? What prison was you in, period? Like, that's what I need to know, first of all. Because if you're going to be claiming gangster and you're supposed to be them, did this time and all of this, why can't you say what prison you was in?
Well, here's the thing. Because it said that he went to prison, it was juvie. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Because here she go. It was said that he went to prison in juvie. And I was speculating that the juvenile records are sealed.
Juvie?
That's what was said. He said he went to prison from 15 to 19. So therefore he was in juvie. And so those records are very difficult to get a hold
That's
of.
fine. That's cool. That's cool. But that's like, he talking like he was talking like he was a big
Like he
boy
was a
going to
big
a
boy
maximum
gangster, like he
security
done went to
prison.
max security. Yeah, no, he went to
Yeah, I'm
juvie.
like, man, you need to
He went
stop.
to
So,
juvie.
so you went to
Yeah.
juvie and you got punked. That's what happened to you. That's why you talk about giving up your shit, because you didn't have the gall to fucking fight nobody. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna get too rambunctious on your page, Jazz. I'm gonna try to keep it kosher. But yeah, he got punked in juvie, and he trying to make that seem like he's some kind of big man. And just for the record, I hope y'all do understand that I never said or never tried to compare him. I would never put him in no category close to R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a high profile pedophile. You are at the bottom of the list, partner. I would never try to put you in a category. See, the problem is he want to be famous so bad. He want to be famous so bad that he tries to compare himself to people that eventually gonna get taken down too.
Right.
You know, y'all,
Right.
y'all, y'all can't miss the message, man. The message that he's given has already been out here for millenniums. But the underlying message, the message that the narcissist hope you don't catch, and for the narcissist that's paying attention will catch, is the fact that murder, pedophilia, child molestation, and rape. Because I just watched a video the other day where he was telling this girl that she was wrong for getting raped by some dudes that raped her. Y'all cool with that. If y'all cool with that, y'all just as dirty as him. Y'all just as low down as him. And I'm talking for the people that the shoe fit. So if the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't, y'all know who I'm talking to. That's the underlying before R. Kelly broke. I was trying to get on his head way before the story, before R. Kelly broke. So come on, man. Don't even try to put yourself in that man category. You ain't. And I
Well,
got
see,
your
that's
address,
the
partner.
crazy part because he did a Kelly. I didn't even bother to watch it because I just am not through with anybody trying to sympathize or with R. Kelly. I'm just not going to do it. And so I just didn't participate in that really long-winded live. Basically, what he said was that you likened him to R. Kelly when we went live that last time. And I don't really recall that. But at the end, when I did it, like my memory was really foggy. So I was like, I don't know. I have to go back and roll the footage back. But I don't really remember that
I
being
never said
that he was like
You
R.
see-
Kelly. Well, that's what he was trying to say in the live is that you said that he was like R. Kelly. Because I was like, yo, this what R. Kelly got to do with this? I didn't understand why he was like, they trying to make me like R. Kelly. I was like, yo, no one ever said that to my recollection. I just don't recall that.
Because he was trying to plant a seed. See, Jazz, if he can put in people's minds what he is, then people will start thinking that way about him. And I'm only talking about those people that support him and send him money. I'm only talking about those like-minded people that's narcissists, because they cover up for each other.
They do, though. That's true. That is very true.
Pedophiles will hide each other. They will take care of each other. Child molesters will take care of each other. They will hide each other. You understand? So for those people that support this man and not see through the real what's happening with him, y'all just as fucking low down. Y'all just as dirty as him.
I ended up going back into it with him again and kind of did an interview / build, just a conversation and to talk about some of the lighter topics before talking about any of the heavier topics in regards to his message. And we were talking about women in the government, right? He said women are owned and controlled by the government. And how he was trying to prove that to me when I told him I don't work a 9 to 5, I'm an entrepreneur, I work for myself. He was like, well, you're still owned by the bank. Well, here's my thing in the rhetoric, right? And I didn't get to approach it. I got interrupted by the kids. But how is it that the people in Babylon are so attached to the government and you are so vastly different from that? But if you have a PayPal, which accepts donations, the only way you can receive those donations is through a bank account. So wouldn't you still be attached to the government by a bank account?
It's all about money,
wouldn't you still be participating in the Babylonian system?
Yes, that's the bottom line. See
that's the bottom line. The rhetoric does not match what you're preaching. How are you going to down somebody for having a bank account being owned by the bank if in order for you to cash in and receive those donations that you pushing and threatening and bullying Babylon for, you have to run that shit through a bank. You got to run that through a bank.
The bottom
so there
line
is a name on a bank account.
He needs Babylon
who in Carbon Nation is still owned by the government? Who in Carbon Nation is still owned by the bank? Who?
Well, if they're getting American dollars,
the email address to it is his name.
If they're getting American dollars, they still owned by Babylon. And guess what? He know, like everybody else know, $1,000 in Mexico is like $10,000.
Oh yeah, I mean $10,000 to the pesos, yeah.
It's like $100,000. So you know, I got friends that done retired over there and stuff like that. I know, man. Look, the bottom line is it's about money, and he is getting support from the people that's like-minded with him. And I can't understand those kind of people because I'm not. And when you try to normalize that kind of stuff and think everybody's supposed to be on your page, nah, man. Like I say, 5 + 4 is 9.
Get down.
That's not the only point of view.
Well, that's the thing, because there is no other point of view. I kind of figured that out a little bit when I was trying to do that build with him. He couldn't see I said, everybody ain't programmed like that. Everybody ain't programmed to be weaponized against the black man, and every woman isn't built like that. Every woman isn't independent in a way where it's, to be anti or against men or whatever have you. Sometimes that's just situational stuff. And so I always tend to have an issue, and I don't know how you feel about this. I tend to have an issue with the fact of how his rhetoric is low key, really abusive towards the followers and stuff that he has in Babylon. He's constantly downing and demeaning their lifestyle and their circumstances and their situations. So why would you find upliftment in somebody that's downing and demeaning you on a regular?
Because misery loves company. All those people that's following him and giving him support is fucking miserable. Just like him. He want to paint a picture to the world that he's not. But today, he kept saying, I don't even want to be around people. Like, you're miserable, man. You want to live out some fantasy with a boy and you stuck in your body and you trying to put girls in front of you like you really about girls and you not. You miserable, man. You need to come out the closet and maybe Velvet will respect you better.
Well, I think it comes into a point where you have to understand, where he has to understand by his own rhetoric, right? Because we didn't even get to approach this by your own rhetoric. Your environment is a reflection of you. So if your environment is chaotic, if your environment is surrounded by fake people, which he exhibited by the people that recently left Carbonation, right? He went off on them and said they fake and all of this different stuff. If your environment is filled with stress, where how he explained his seborrheic dermatitis, if your environment is filled with all of this mess, then at some point you have to stop, take a look around and ask what it is that is in you that is creating an environment that is like that. If you're getting attacked by people and people are coming at you, you got to stop for a minute and say, what is it in you? Because what is in you is reflected by your outside environment. And that's just by his own rhetoric. You got all these people coming at you, trolling, so you say. Then he really needs to evaluate, why is he so miserable that he is portraying to us a very miserable environment? Because as it stands right now, I mean, I'm confused. I don't even know why people want to go over there. And that's why we were pushing to get Velvet up out of there. They trying to tell us it's heaven, but Mr. Marquez, don't it look like hell?
It looked like hell to me. You know, you don't have to go, what people say sometimes when you die, you go up to heaven or you go down to hell. I know a lot of times you can be in hell right here on earth. You make heaven or hell right here on earth. So
yeah, that's that deep. You can front right there.
You can front like you living in heaven, but in your mind you locked in hell, because when you got 7 different people running around or 7 different entities running around in you, you gotta figure out which one gonna say what and the other one gonna stop the one from saying this, that, and the other. You living in hell, bro. You just bound by your whatever ritual or cantation you went through. You just bound by it, and you trying to make everybody else subject to that. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Like, it's not about.
There was a commenter that asked, "Why don't you want your daughter happy?"
Why don't I want her happy? I do want her happy, because see, this is what y'all gotta understand. You know, she made a reference today of something, saying something like, what did she say? She said, why would you want to break up a family and do that to a black man? All right, I'm gonna ask all the fathers out there. A lot of y'all got a lot to say about what y'all would do if this was y'all child. And a lot of y'all say y'all be over that by now. But I want to ask this question. If this was your child, your little girl, would you want her with a man like Eliseo Bishop? Would you want her with somebody that upholds the things he upholds and the shit he stand for? Would y'all want that? No, you wouldn't. And no real man that take care of his children and got something to do with his children would do that. But see, y'all got to realize something, and it's going to come to light. Y'all got to realize everything that go on in the dark comes to the light. They have a whole lot of other shit going on that I don't know if y'all gonna be so surprised, but y'all will be so surprised when they come out. But we're gonna take our time and just let them do what they do. My help. And I want to say this, Jazz, to all y'all men, I'm talking to the men right now. I'm talking to the real men. I ain't talking to you fake motherfuckers. If you're not prepared to deal with a woman's scorn, in other words, you ever heard the expression, the shoe is on the other foot? If you're not ready to wear that shoe, then I'm going to tell y'all, don't cheat on your lady and don't do nothing that's going to make her that mad, because soon y'all going to see I'm still dealing with a woman's scorn. Like, it's 10, 11 years later, and I'm still dealing with it, man. You know, I'm telling y'all this because I want y'all to feel that. Don't fuck over your lady if you don't want to get fucked over, because a woman will hold that shit for a long time. Barbara could say what she wants. She can act how she wants. You can't be for something 1 minute and not for something 1 minute and then for that same something the next minute, all in one fell swoop. Like him. Velvet, you starting to sound like him. You starting to sound like you're confused. Like a man with a double, his mind is like the double-edged sword. You can't trust nobody like that. You gotta pick your battle and stick with it. If you don't like the shit he doing to you, he said today, he don't want nobody around him that don't want to do the shit that they want to do. And guess what? You told him, I don't want to fuck with that shit, that polygamy shit. And he damn near fucking tore your head off with his words and put you on in front of the crowd, like put you up on like you was on the judge stand to make you change your mind in front of the world. Like, you went out the room, baby girl, and you came back in crying. You didn't think I felt that because you had to submit to this motherfucking nasty shit that he wanted you to submit to? Like, I thought polygamy was a man that can afford to have more than one wife, and the wives got along like sister wives, but the wives didn't have to sleep with each other because each wife had a job. Some of the wives did not even have to procreate because their job was to clean and cook and stuff like that. So I don't know where he twisting the shit up at, but he twists everything up. And he got you twisting shit up. And man, you was raised better than that. That's why I'm gonna keep praying for you. Like, you need to stop lying. So I'm gonna say this, Jazz. I tell you what, because he said something today and it made a lot of sense. I wish these people leave me alone. Just leave me alone. That's when he was regressing back, sitting back in his chair. So I'm going to say this. If you want me to leave you alone, then Velvet, I want you to tell the truth. And that's all I want you to do. I'll leave you alone. You won't have to worry about me coming at his neck. I'll leave your husband alone. All I want you to do is tell the truth. Tell him the truth. Tell the world the truth. And you know what you can start with? You can start with that little nice story you told about not washing the dishes. Tell them why when you didn't wash the dishes, tell them what happened to you and why it happened to you. Tell them the truth though, Val, because if you don't tell them the truth, I promise you, Val, I'm coming. I got your address. I'm coming. And I'm just letting you know it's just a matter of time. All right? It's just a matter of time. You know, this guy said, I threatened his life. I didn't threaten your life, man. You need to stop. I said I was going to rearrange your teeth. That's all I said. But today, on Instagram, you threatened my life. You threatened to kill me. You actually said it out your mouth, and we got to record it. Thank you. You making my job so fucking easy, you stupid motherfucker, because you stupid. You so smart, you stupid. Now, I asked y'all not to be stupid. But Velvet, if you don't have a man that's leading you the right way, he gonna lead you the wrong way. See what he doing? When you smoke weed, when a man smoke weed and he turn his old lady on to it, that's the worst thing he could do because he's the one that's opening that gateway. So you telling me, Val, because I'm starting to think you a part of this shit, like a part of this shit, and you know what I'm talking about. I'm starting to think you a part of this shit. You telling me that you like the fact that this man molested his son and put his pitch out child pornography? You telling me you part of that shit? I don't understand.
And I want to chime in on that. That's one of the things that has been one of the biggest barriers, right? And pushing the human and keeping the fact that these women over there are humans, right? And they're people and they're important. What has come up continuously, time and time again, is Eliana the right-hand man? Is she also narcissistic? Is she also manipulative? Is she a part of this scheme of things? And is she a part of the manipulation and the downright emotional abuse and maybe even possible physical abuse that is going on over there in Carbonation? And so it's been an uphill battle with really trying to keep the public from turning on Eliana, right? It's been a huge battle with trying to keep the public from turning on her because we don't know. It's hard to try to put her in the role of being a victim or even being happy with the way that she goes about things sometimes, because she is definitely a primed and ready pit bull when she comes at you and comes at the family. So how are you feeling about that? How are you coping with that? How is the family coping with that?
I'm gonna say this. She made reference to her brothers and sisters talking some smack today, and I'm gonna tell you, don't none of them like that. Don't nobody want be. The journey we have had was a rough one, and a lot of my kids done learned to put that shit behind them. But certain people gotta keep bringing it up, and they don't like that. They don't like the fact that because they want their stuff to be private, because they trying to get over their own mental anguish from things, that people keep bringing it up and dragging them into shit. My other kids don't want to, but guess what? If they have to defend daddy, they will. So if everybody's singing one story and you singing something different, and everybody sound the same but you different, and you keep changing your story, you know what? Do something for me, Val. Part your hair in the back of your head and show Eligio that gash that you had to get stitched up, and tell him who done that. And be truthful about it. Tell him who done that. You know, nobody don't like what you doing, man. And if you part of this shit, you need to stop, because you still have time to redeem yourself and turn your life around and not be like certain people. You still have a chance. But you gotta stop, man. You gotta stop, you know. Tell the truth. If you tell the truth, Val, I swear I'll leave you alone. I'll let you do your thing. I won't have nothing to say about it, but you better tell the truth. And if you don't tell the truth, I'm gonna tell the truth. And I can go back I can go almost back to 90, 100 years. I can go back with the history, and I can tell you where all this fucked up shit came from. So if y'all really want me to go there, I will. As far as recordings and stuff like that, because you know I done had people ask me things about that. In the state of Louisiana, as long as one person took consent being recorded, I'm not giving her the fuck over me again. I've been hurt too much by that. I'm gonna make sure that when you tell a lie, just like Eliseo sitting up think, man, you so fucking stupid. You put everything right in people's hands where they can fucking pin everything on you. Thank you. Because going back and deleting shit ain't gonna work because everybody got it. Everybody got it. And they sending me everything I asked for. And thank you. That's all I gotta tell you. Thank you. But you'll never get the opportunity because you don't like to give people the opportunity to talk. I appreciate you, Jazz, like a young Pharaoh, because y'all give people the opportunity to talk. Every time he open his mouth and get out what he got to say, and you come back and you try to talk to him, he won't shut the fuck up because he think that his word is gold. His word is bond, and it's not. Dude, sometimes you need to sit back and hear something or hear from yourself because you done said a lot of shit over your time that ain't make no fucking sense. And if people is rocking with you like that, then they like-minded like you because that's what it's all about. Community, family, everybody being like-minded. If you like-minded and you like that shit he like, then you just as fucking guilty. I'm gonna keep telling y'all that. Y'all just as wrong.
And that's the thing, though. That's why I approached it that way because that definitely is the thing. And so we do. I hope you receive a response in regards to that because it's definitely going to change the game. You know, for us to have clarity and understanding on if she is just as wrong. Like, is she complacent?
What's wrong,
or not? And then I know that she's in a precarious situation, which has to be understood. You know, brainwashing and all that, but I'm gonna need you to at least blink twice for help or something. Like, if you sitting there, because I talked about this before. I've talked about this. We think because somebody is a woman that they can't be just as low down and dirty as a guy, but sometimes these people can be in a fatal attraction and partners in crime. So if that's how we thugging it and that's what you doing, because you don't want nobody to disrupt your your castle that you done built over there of manipulating and treating people wrong and committing crimes against humanity, just let us know. Just let us know. Because if the shit falls down, which it will, and I'm saying this with all the knowledge of source, the divine, the universe, which it will, because all things come to an end. It don't matter how hard you try to hold on to it. If it is wrong and it is built on a lie and it is built on fraudulence, as we say in tarot, the tower comes and it knocks your shit out and it exposes the truth. So if it comes down and you end up being in a position, in a place of being a co-conspirator, Daddy can't help you then.
Look,
Daddy can't help you then. Ain't gonna be but so much Daddy can do.
I asked the people the other night if they believe in the power of the people, if they believe in when you put something in the universe, it come back to you. Eliseo, you gotta understand, bruh. You done did so much fucking dirt to your own family. Like, come on, man. You got kids that you don't even fucking support. You won't even be their daddy, but you talking about taking my grandbaby and molesting her, and she gonna be your new wife. I know the fuck y'all heard this nigga said that. I know y'all heard him say it. So y'all think if anything, if I don't fight for her, I'm gonna fight for that baby. I'm gonna fight for him not to do that baby something dirty.
You better fight for your grandbaby, Pops, because that's y'all's. At the end of the day, whether she wants to be yours or not, right? That baby is somebody's niece or nephew. That baby, even then with their children thing, I am a little concerned about the attachment thing, right? And so sometimes I wouldn't find it far-fetched, Pops, for a situation to happen where maybe she would have to drop the baby off with y'all in order to stay with Eliseo. What do you think about that? Mind. Do you think that's something Velvet would do?
I don't mind. I don't know what she's gonna do at this point. I don't know what she'll do, but I don't mind. I know the baby will have a better life and he'll have a choice.
baby, I have a choice. That was some powerful words right there, because that's what life is about. We have choices. We have choices. And I'm being concerned about that too, Pops, about the baby these children being able to choose their own life path. These children being able to be allowed to be children. Because, you know, one of the ex-members said that they treat children like adults. And that Nature Boy was hitting on an infant. Now, I don't really think Velvet gonna sit there and let Nature Boy hit on her infant. Now, I don't think she's gonna be that type of mama.
So if he
Because
letting his little boy,
when it's somebody else's kid.
if he letting a little boy play with his worm, then guess what? Yeah, they do treat children like adults. He letting the little boy play. I let my little boy play with my dick. What? Fuck you just said? Like nothing. Like, and if you don't see that, you agree to that shit?
Hold on, Pops. 519 Shorty said you just admitted that it's about Eliana and not her baby. When Eliana is an adult, when Eliana consistently says over and over and over again that she does not want to be bothered and she doesn't want our help and she doesn't want to she wants to be left alone.
Let me whoever that was, let me address this. See, let me make y'all understand something.
I was going to address
it's about my daughter. It's about my daughter. Sometimes you have to step into your children's life and give them the jewels, like y'all say, or what they need to know. And this is what she need to know. I'm not doing this because I want to break up your family. Because, baby, let me tell you something. From the first live, I saw a nigga in the comment talking about how he'll take you and your child. And sometimes step-parents can be better than parents. Sometimes step-parents step in and be everything you needed them to be and then some. They could be some of the parents sometimes won't even stand up because they don't want to, or because they didn't want to, because they wanted to do them, because it's about me. A step-parent step in and take a fucking man with 9 children. A woman took me, a man with 9 children, and fucking handled it. She handled it. That's strong. You don't hear about no shit like that, like talking about it. You always hear about men taking women with 5 and 6 and 7 children. You hear about that. A man taking a woman with a 1.5-year-old baby and a 2-week-old baby. You hear stories like that. You don't hear about the women that take men with children and be strong.
Yeah. And children weren't all on the same equal footing, and then you basically treated your wife better than
you sit there so long and see the real abuse that's going on. And I get somebody in my life, if I'm grown, I do what the hell I want. How many of y'all done bought pizza for the kids for the whole night and then say, come on, babe, let's go out because we got a date planned? Come on, man. That's adult things. That's adult things. You don't. The children will tell you this much. That understood that it was time for daddy to get some healing in his life. But then you're going to turn around and treat her like she ain't shit. Man, you need to stop that. I'm telling you again, if you want me to, I swear I'll be done if you tell the truth.
Now, speaking of your wife, something she told me that I found to be real interesting and contradictory to the rhetoric that we received. She said that when Velvet would leave from home, spend time with the mama or whatever, or go with her friends or whatever, every time she got back, she absolutely must have one-on-one daddy and daughter time with you, or the whole house felt her attitude.
And she always did. You know, one minute Velvet talking about, oh, my daddy is everything and blah, 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 blah. And then the next minute, because you want to please this nigga that you with, you tell me I ain't shit. Because all of a sudden out the clear blue sky, See, this what I don't understand. Your mama can call me because up to this certain point, until all this shit broke out, we was on good terms with each other as far as talking. But then your mama started this shit with this fucking anti-white nigga, because I know, and then she called
Oh,
you.
who are you talking about? Are you talking about Auntie?
Yeah, her mama was putting shit out
Okay,
with
with Uncle
Auntie,
Black.
talking shit about me. And then when
Yeah.
I say I'm about to I'm about to put my foot down on this shit, she called Velvet and tell Velvet, tell your daddy stop, don't do it, don't talk, don't whatever the hell she called you for. All right, at least part one of my job was accomplished, and that is you talking to your mama. But now, since he want to brag about, nigga, you ain't never talked to your daughter, and I had to show him the receipts, now he don't let you talk to me. Now you gotta say, I don't want to talk to him. I don't have nothing to fucking do with him. Please, little girl, please. We've been guiding you ever since, and we still guiding you. Now your mama taking over. So guess what? Kudos to y'all. But I'm gonna find out why. And when I do, I'm gonna let it be known.
And if you would like to expound upon, because I know we kind of danced around that particular subject, but I do just want to say that even when the stuff went down with CPS, that Velvet actually wasn't removed from y'all's home when
No, she
CPS was
wasn't.
called.
No, she wasn't. Not at first.
Mm-hmm. And then she went. Then y'all had to go on through the other stuff that went on, right? And then
Jazz,
that's when the switch happened.
Jazz, I'm trying to be civil with these people, but they not trying to be civil with me for whatever reason. I don't want to hurt this lady. I don't want to hurt Selena.
No, you don't gotta hurt her.
I gotta plug my
You
phone
just
in.
wanna go
Hold
through the
on.
timeline of the switch
Hold
and
on,
the
Jazz. I
fact
gotta
that
plug my phone in.
okay.
My
Plug that shit in, nigga. Plug that shit the fuck in. What the fuck is up, people? What's up? What's up, everybody? I guess we are.
Hey Chad,
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna put him in here because he's gonna so this might be the last time that we have a chat with Pops for a little minute. So if you want to ask him a question, now's the time to ask it.
Okay, well, how I get the question, Jazz? Cause
I'm looking at him.
okay.
I'm looking at him.
What's up in my live chat? Let's see what's going on. What's going on in my live chat? What's up to everybody? Uh, what's up, everybody in the chat? I want to just say what's up and thank you guys for being here. Had a little issues today. Instagram was tripping. My internet was tripping. Like, I don't know. Internet's been tripping lately. Maybe the Russians. Anyway, here we go.
Don't go all into the biz. You don't have to answer them. You just one you don't want to answer, don't answer it. Oh, and because we understand that she's grown, but how do you feel about these people who just kind of just expect you to walk away from your child, from your daughter? Like, how does that make you feel when you see those types of comments?
I think the majority of the people think this entertainment. But what y'all gotta understand is that this dude is a real cult leader. And this is like, to me, this some real shit.
We
Like,
got 26 seconds in the room. I don't want to miss this. So when this live ends, family, I'm going to open up another live. All right, come on back up in here. Welcome back, family. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me try to grab my comment so that I can pin it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We was getting somewhere. I was like, that dang timer. We was getting somewhere. And he was ready to go. He was going. And he be so inspired, and he always is very heartfelt. And the conversations with him are just always real. He don't know any other way to be but to be real. Got you coming on in here. Yeah, he don't know any other way to be but to be real. That's for sure.
All right, I'm good now.
Good. You got your charger and stuff going? I think my phone holds out. I think it will though, because I started at 50. I'm only at 25%. We done been here for a while. So, where were we at with the? Oh, how do you feel about people?
I was saying that this is real life for me, and I've never been through this before. I never had this kind of hurdle to jump over or hoop to jump through. I have heard about Jim Jones and David Koresh and all these other sick motherfuckers out there that a parent would never think they would have to deal with something like this with a child. So y'all just gotta bear with me while I jump through these hoops, because I know how to fight legally and illegally, just like all the rest of y'all. But when you're dealing with something like this, you got to take your time and do what you got to do. And for y'all to be upholding what this man is doing, again, y'all need to stop, man, because y'all putting yourself just as much out there. Y'all might as well come out and say who y'all raped or who y'all molested or who y'all murdered. Y'all might as well say that. But guess what? You're going to throw your stone and hide your hand too, because that's what y'all narcissists do. You throw your stone and hide your hand and hope that nobody saw you throw it. So that's what I feel about that, man. Like, y'all need to just sit back and pay attention and let people fight what they need to fight and do what they need to do for their family. If you're not going to help, man, leave me the hell alone, because guess y'all drag me down. I don't half of the shit y'all say. I don't understand why y'all say it, except that y'all supporting a pedophile and a molester and y'all just good with it. So y'all can miss me with that shit, because I ain't with it.
And I think I had one more question in regards to what's going on. And I think my last question was, what do you think the situation is going to be like? Because we've done a lot of speculating after she has the baby. Like, how do you think that's going to go?
I hope it's not a girl. If it's a boy, he already said he don't give a fuck. They can have him. That like a boy child is nothing. They can have him. I don't want him. But maybe that's his fucking cover up, because he really want the boy. I'm not really clear on that, but I know what he said he's gonna do to girl child, and I know y'all heard what he said he's gonna do, and I know y'all know he tried to erase that sound from that video so nobody could hear what he said, but he said it. He was premeditating molestation and pedophilia on a newborn baby. Just the other day I was watching the news, and they caught a guy that actually raped a 3-month-old baby. A fucking baby. I know why you scared to go to jail, Eliseo, because you know what they do pedophiles and molesters in jail, boy, you gonna be dinner for them fucking real men in there, them goons that's gonna take what they want from you, and you ain't gonna be able to do shit about it for 40 years. Cause I think that's how much time you gonna get. You gonna get about 40 years. And I'm gonna make sure you don't get no parole. Trust me. You ain't getting away. Them jungles can't hide you, bruh. Them jungles can't hide you, and if you want me to pull up, I got your address. Just tell me, you know what? I'm coming anyway. We're gonna do this. Since you want to be all big and bad and think a motherfucker don't know where you at, I'm not giving him my address. I don't know what I do to him. Man, please, miss me with that, cause guess what? If you was about it, you'd have gave it to me. You'd have inboxed me, just like you inboxed me when all this shit started. This, that, and the third. Man, please, you ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. You ain't never gonna be in my family. You ain't never gonna be my son-in-law. And you ain't gonna be with my daughter. Trust me, one way or the other, you ain't gonna be with her. I promise you that. Velvet, I promise you that. But like I say, if you want me to leave you alone, tell the truth. Tell the truth, or I'ma just go ahead on and make people understand that I'm not the bad guy here, because that's y'all fucking job. Try to make us look like bad people. You know?
Well, they're going to want to smear campaign you because they see that you a powerful force and that you're not playing and you sincere. See, when narcissists or anything of a narcissistic personality disorder attacks you, they know you're a real one. I've talked about this on plenty of my videos. If they don't attack you and they want to be butt buddies with you and cahoots with you, then that means they don't consider you a threat.
Man, that's so true. Like, I hope people put the pieces together. And if y'all didn't, we're gonna do, I guess, like one of Eliseo most beloved characters, Pee Wee Herman. Connect the dots, la 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 la. That's what we're gonna do. For the people that don't know, we're gonna do that for them. If y'all can't see what's happening.
All right, I'm going to end this live here. I got to get to some babies. It was so nice having and chatting with you, Pops.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
and
ma'am.
We have
Thank
nothing
you always.
but love for you and respect, and we are going to continue following y'all and supporting y'all and rooting for y'all no matter what. Okay?
Thank you.
The baby, a long journey, but
there y'all go. Elisio's bishop is going to jail. Let him know it. y'all type it to him. Every time y'all go in his live, type it to him.
Type it to him.
You know, it's collective. And you know what? For all y'all fucking numbnuts, I said nous tu azum. That's fucking French. That's French. And it only means us all together. That's not no fucking spell and all this dumb shit y'all talking about. Stop that shit. Nous tu azum. That's French. Creole French. Love you, Jazz. Go take care of them babies.
I'm out. I had to let you finish that. Bye, baby.
Y'all have a good night.
Good night, family. See you guys tomorrow. And don't forget, my YouTube channel is under the same name as my Instagram channel. So go over there to check out some content and stuff like that. And we'll see what happens next. And then y'all will know what the next move is.
All right. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for watching. Instagram said thank you for watching. So, yeah. I really have no words. It has been quite a week when it comes to this mess, when it comes to this whole saga. It has been quite a week. I mean, literally from, and it's not even, is it Friday yet? I know that between R. Kelly and this and the interview the other night, the first interview, the remarks, the lives, it has been a remarkable week. I'm probably gonna cut all this off in post production. I just wanted to talk with you guys for a minute. Not even really talk with you, just sitting there thinking to myself like, wow, this is crazy. Getting a couple messages now. I think this may be. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here now. Um, and I will talk to you guys another time. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna cut all this off in post production anyway. Man, it has been what? At least at least you're going to jail. Tyree's going to jail. Wow. Anyway, Candy Pretty Face in the building. You know, I love that channel. She has some horticulture, agriculture. I don't know what you would even call it. She has herbs and plants and stuff. And I think that's so cool. I was thinking about like doing some stuff like based on how she does it. Like she does it kind of in small spaces, which is I think really cool. And I have a small studio space here, and I was thinking about kind of like watching some of her videos and checking that out, seeing how to do that. I thought that'd be really cool. So